Hi, welcome to my latest Yankee Candle video, and I'm delighted today to be able to introduce Garden Hideaway Collection Part 2. At the beginning of the year, Yankee Candle introduced 5 new scents to the UK and Europe with very much a spring-like feel to them as part of the Garden Hideaway Collection. And now we have 5 brand new scents coming for late spring through to summer, and these scents really have a summer feel about them. So in total there's going to be 10 scents to this Garden Hideaway collection, and these 5 are brand new ones. I'm really excited to bring them to you today. We have Calamansi Cocktail, Sweet Honeycomb, Lime and Coriander, Garden Picnic and Water Garden, and I think they're all fab, I must admit, just to give a sneak view of my opinion there. These really have the feel of summer about them. So let's go straight and dive in. I'm going to dive in with this one here. This is Calamansi Cocktail. So as you can see, this one's got the feel of a summer afternoon, evening cocktail with a tinge of alcohol in it. Definitely not a non-alcoholic cocktail, this one. And it has a lovely kind of peachy, orangey wax colour, which is very nice. And the label is of this lovely Calamansi Cocktail with mandarin and lime in there. For those that don't know, and I didn't know, I had to look it up. Calamansi is actually a Philippine lime, and it's kind of supposedly tastes like a mixture of kumquat and mandarin orange, so that's probably explained by this lovely label here. I think the cocktail's normally made with gin, so that's what we're looking for in this one. So let's have a go. It's not quite what you'd expect. I expected this to be full on citrusy, but it's not. It's kind of almost tart, and for those of you that like the smell of like a gin based cocktail, this really does capture it. You can kind of smell that gin and you know, kind of almost like lime and orange in a tonic water, if you know what I mean. It's not full on citrusly, it's like slightly off kilter in a nice way. Very, very unusual, not at all what I expected this one. Let's have a look at Calamansi Cocktail. It's a drink designed for sipping in your favourite shaded garden spot, both tantalising and relaxing with hints of tart citrus fruit. So there, even in the description, it explains that it's tart rather than sweet. And the notes of Calamansi Cocktail, we have lemon zest and kumquat at the top. So yeah, that I can just pick that up, that lemon there mixed in with the kind of orangey feel of the kumquat. Pepper, green mandarin and grapefruit in the middle. So again, it carries on with that kind of slightly tart feel, and patchouli leaves and blonde cedar in the bottom. So that just gives you the feeling of sitting outdoors on a summer's day, having a naughty cocktail in the afternoon. It's very nice and quite unusual, that one, Calamansi Cocktail. It's quite subtle on cold smell. I don't know how this one's going to burn, but it's a fairly subtle smell, but as I say, it's absolutely lovely and pretty unique. Calamansi Cocktail, so that's the first one. Okay, we go into Sweet Honeycomb. So Sweet Honeycomb has dripping honey on the label, on some kind of wooden thing there, dipping into a honeycomb and dripping honey. So, and this one's kind of more for me, this kind of more has that late summer feel or a summer evening feel where you want to kind of just warm up the evening or keep the heat of the day going. Let's have a smell of this one. It's full on buttery, dripping honey. It's definitely got a kind of almost butterscotchy feel to it, and that warm golden sweet honey. So this is the one for the foodies. So let's have a look at Sweet Honeycomb. And Sweet Honeycomb is warm honey straight from the oven, a naturally sweet fragrance with a touch of caramel, sandalwood and vanilla. So definitely those warming notes and that warming feel to it there. The top notes we have honey and macadamia. Macadamia is a very expensive ingredient. It's a nut from Australia, another one I had to look up, as you can guess, that has a buttery nut kind of flavour and feel to it in the oil, and that's what you can definitely smell coming through in the top note, that buttery, oily, almost nuttiness, yeah, from the macadamia. The mid notes of this one are sunflower seeds and caramel. I don't know what sunflower seeds smell like, but that amazing idea to put that in a candle. And sandalwood, cashew milk and vanilla. So you've got that honey is kind of whipped and underneath with a creamy milky vanilla flavour. I wasn't sure I was going to like this one because those who know me know that foodies aren't my favourite type of candles, but it's actually, I do like honey, and it's a honey biscuity kind of dripping honey, cakey, I think I am going to like it actually. That's sweet honeycomb. We will find out when we burn it. But that one smells quite strong, so I would think that's going to be pretty strong, that one. That's sweet honeycomb. So now we go to the delightful lime and coriander, and a simple label there of a couple of slices of lime with a slight herb decoration on a table. And of course a limey green wax colour for this one. There is a popular lime candle in the Yankee Candle range already, as you'll know, vanilla lime, that's been around for a long time. I can't remember too many other lime ones that have appeared since then, maybe a couple of limited editions, but as permanent additions to the collection, it's been a long time. So, oh my goodness, this is divine. Lime lovers, rejoice. This is kind of almost, there's almost a fizziness to the lime in this, and a very, very, very slight spiciness. Don't worry, those of you who aren't into spice candles, it's very subtle underneath. That must be the kind of the coriander element, but very limey, very fizzy. Let's have a look at lime and coriander. Garden fresh companions, sweet juicy limes and leafy coriander fill the air with fresh picked fragrance. This, on a hot day when you're looking to cool the temperature down and you go indoors, if you've got this burning from a hot summer's day and you walk in the room, it's going to feel like a kind of fruit citrus spa paradise as you walk in. It's this kind of, I think it's going to be quite a soft fizzy lime is going to envelop you and cool you off. So this is going to be a great summer cooler fragrance. The lime and coriander notes are lime and berry in the top notes. Again, that citrus, and you can actually kind of smell the berry. It just kind of takes so this one isn't as tart, funnily enough, as Calamansi Cocktail. It's not too tart a lime, it's kind of a sweet lime almost. So it's like a lime with sugar, and the berries must just kind of soften it. And we have lily of the valley and coriander in the mid notes, so an unusual floral there in the middle, with the light spice of coriander, and sandalwood and tobacco in the base notes, just giving it that kind of smoky thing that must add to the fizziness of it. So perfect summer cooler fragrance, I think, this one. That's lime and coriander. There we go. And next we have Garden Picnic, and there's your perfect picnic hamper in a farmer's field. I don't know if people do this anymore, but when I was a kid we used to do it. You'd take the car out with your picnic hamper in the back, you'd find a farmer's field somewhere. I guess farmers aren't that friendly anymore, I don't know. And you'd go and plonk yourself down with your picnic hamper and have a lovely Sunday afternoon picnic. And there it is, captured on the label there with fruits and goodies and all sorts. Garden Picnic, with a lovely kind of soft, almost like a soft strawberry kind of pinky wax colour there. Garden Picnic, let's have a go at this one. This is orange fruit. Unusually, you'd expect it to be strawberry with the wax colour, but Yankee Candle do peach. I say this very often, as Yankee Candle do bring regularly peach fragrances out, although I don't think we've got one in the main collection at the moment. This is the king of peaches, because it's you can smell that soft skin of peaches and orange fruits and summer fun. This is the fruity one. This is the fruity one of the collection. So Garden Picnic, bring your blanket and basket of the ripest, juiciest fruit for a sunny picnic among the flowers. And there is just that hint of floral in the background, just that hint there, just to take you off on your beautiful sunny picnic. So we have sweet apricot, nashi pear and nectarine in the top. So there's your fruits, really, really fruity. This reminds me a little tiny bit of Picnic in the Park that was out a couple of years ago, but without the kind of creaminess to it. It's lots and lots and lots of fruit, like a fruit cocktail with just a tiny hint of creaminess to it. We have peach, yellow iris and water lily in the middle. So that's the floral note. That's what you pick up from the air around you while you're eating your picnic. You get a breeze will come by while you're biting into a juicy peach. The flowers on the wind will come and just grab you there. And the base notes of this one are warm musk, golden amber and sandalwood. So again, the warmth of the summer's day is captured in the base notes there. You won't feel cold when you're burning Garden Picnic. I have been sniffing this one for a few days and I'm liking it more and more every time I sniff it. That's going to be a real winner this summer, I think, that one. And definitely a last but not least. Now, Yankee lovers may remember there was a scent called Water Garden before. This is a brand new Water Garden scent, and for me that is the best Yankee Candle label in a long, long time. It's the most voluptuous, delightful garden of wildflowers by a rocky It's like a kind of almost water trickling down the rocks, whether it's in a garden or whether it's wild in nature. And we've got this mysterious bluey grey wax colour for a brand new water garden. So let's have a look at water garden. It's white flowers in full bloom, add a sweet perfume to the soothing sounds of cool flowing water in your backyard oasis. My goodness. So whether you've got water in your garden or whether you're fantasising about having water in your garden, this may be the one. And this is just me all over. This is stunning. This doesn't remind me too much of the old water garden. It is a brand new scent. It's got lilac in it. I can feel the lilac coming through. And this amazing outdoor watery atmosphere. It reminds me, this one, of, again, I've had many trips to Scotland and there are some amazing kind of almost Lords of the Rings-esque glens there with flowing water and wildflowers and things like that. Morag's Flairy Glen. I don't know if anybody's ever been to Dunedin, but that's kind of a magical place with all these crazy carvings. This reminds me of that, and walking through past these rolling kind of almost like waterfalls going through, you know, as a river comes down the hill, or sorry, a stream comes down the hill, and you've got these cascading waterfalls with wildflower. Oh, it's beautiful. It's fresh air, it's lilacs, it's floral. It's one of the nicest Yankee Candles I can remember in a long time, this one. I really never thought, Water Garden was always one of my favourites, the original Water Garden, and I was kind of a bit miffed when it was announced that Water Garden was coming out with a brand new scent, but this is something else. Let's have a closer look. It's pink lily, wild grass and cucumber water. So the cucumber water gives it that fresh, open, watery feel to it, and it hits you straight away with those florals of the lily and the wild grass in there. Lily of the valley, lotus flower and orchid in the middle. So the most beautiful, elegant, almost Alice in Wonderland kind of flowers hit you there. Really, you know, exotic, beautiful smell of florals in the middle. And we have birch bark and driftwood in the bottom. That just gives you that feel of a tree in your garden, as I say, or walking through the woods or whatever. It's underpinned with the most beautiful woodiness. It's a very soft woodiness though. Absolutely exquisite. I can't stop sniffing this one. Definitely my favourite of the 5, but I do kind of like all of these, as I intimated at the start, so I can't stop looking at that label up there with that water garden picture. That's just stunning. So anyway, that's the brand new Part 2 Garden Hardaway collection. Quick recap: the lovely cocktail in the garden, the alcoholic afternoon naughty cocktail, the unusual smell of calamansi cocktail. That's slightly off kilter. I can't quite pick it. It's divine, very unusual, not what you'd expect. I think most people will be surprised the first time they smell that. Sweet honeycomb, warming up as a summer afternoon cools off with dripping honey, naughty sweet treats in the afternoon. Lime and coriander, a fizzy drink on a summer's day, or the cooling off in the evening. As I say, if you burn this and you come in from a hot day indoors, that will be divine. We have juicy peaches and lovely fruit. The lovely, creamiest, most divine fruity picnic in the garden you can ever imagine. And last but my favourite, the brand new divine, smells like $1 million water garden. It really does, smells like $1 million. Can't recommend this one highly enough for fresh scent lovers such as I. Wow, thank you so much. Enjoy these, enjoy your Yankee Candle summer. Thank you for watching. I'll be back with another review soon.